Imagine you're lying on the beach, sipping a cold drink, when suddenly, click, the sun shuts off like a broken light bulb. Darkness, silence. You blink, look up, and click, it's back on again. The sun, our dependable ball of nuclear fire, is suddenly strobing across the sky like a nightclub disco light. That's today's question. What if the sun flickered on and off like a giant light bulb? First, let's be clear, the sun doesn't flicker. It burns through nuclear fusion, converting hydrogen into helium nonstop, like the most stubborn campfire in the universe. But let's pretend some cosmic prankster rewired the sun with a giant switch. What would actually happen if it blinked on and off? Would we get a cosmic strobe party? Or would Earth immediately descend into chaos? Let's find out. If the sun turned off right now, you wouldn't notice immediately. Why? Because it takes about 8 minutes for sunlight to travel across the 93 million miles between the sun and Earth. So if the sun went off, we'd still see daylight for 8 full minutes, like a video on delay. That also means if it flickered, the whole planet would see it together, but always 8 minutes late. Earth is living on a cosmic live stream with terrible lag. Let's say the sun flickers once every second. From our point of view, the sky would alternate between blinding daylight and complete night every second. Shadows would stretch and vanish. Plants would freeze and unfreeze. People would definitely lose their minds. Our eyes wouldn't even adjust properly. 1 second of darkness isn't enough for night vision to kick in. Instead, you'd live in a world of constant jump scares, like Mother Nature is trolling you with a light switch. Now imagine flickers every few minutes. That's worse. Temperatures would start to swing. The ground would cool in darkness, then heat up when the sun returns. Not enough to freeze us instantly, but enough to stress ecosystems. Plants rely on steady sunlight. Interrupt that rhythm, and photosynthesis turns into photosynstress. But what if the flicker lasted longer, say hours or days? This is where things get dangerous. With no sunlight, Earth's surface would start cooling fast. Within a week of darkness, average temperatures could drop below freezing worldwide. Crops would die. Oceans would start to ice over. And humans? We'd be huddling around campfires, realizing we should have invested in better jackets. When the sun flickers back on, it wouldn't instantly warm things up. The planet has thermal inertia. It takes time to heat and cool. So Earth would become stuck in a cruel cycle of freezing nights and scorching days, like being trapped in the world's worst oven with a broken dial. There's another problem. If the sun really flickered like a bulb, that means its gravity might be flickering too. Remember, the sun isn't just a flashlight. It's holding Earth in orbit. If its mass energy blinked off, even for a moment, Earth would drift away at 67,000 miles per hour. And when the sun flickered back on, too late. Earth would already be off track, spiraling into the cold of space. It wouldn't take many flickers before our orbit turned into cosmic spaghetti. So the good news is, you wouldn't live long enough to complain about the strobe lighting. Here's the shocking part. If the sun really behaved like this, Earth wouldn't just look strange, it would become uninhabitable almost instantly. Even a single long off switch could doom life as we know it. The sun doesn't just give us light. It's the anchor of everything. Temperature, energy, seasons, even our orbit. Without its steady burn, Earth would be a frozen rock spinning aimlessly through space. So no, the sun cannot flicker like a giant light bulb. And honestly, that's a good thing. Imagine trying to drive to work while the sky goes dark every second. Terrifying. The takeaway? Stability matters. Our sun is boring in the best possible way. It doesn't flicker, flash, or blink. It just shines. And that steady glow is exactly what life on Earth depends on. So next time you complain that the sun is too hot, remember, it could be worse. It could be a cosmic strobe light turning Earth into a frozen disco ball. If you enjoyed this little trip into cosmic chaos, hit that like button. Drop a comment with the next wild what if you want me to explore. And of course, subscribe, because unlike the sun, this channel isn't about to flicker off anytime soon.